So the beauty of pile, once again I will tell you, here the beauty of the pile, as our friend clearly mentioned, it has skin friction, no doubt. It has a offering skin friction along the length, and apart from that, it has end bearing also. If you terminated pile in a good soil, it has end bearing also. QB. So that's the beauty of the pile. I'm speaking about single pile. Gradually, we'll discuss group of piles. Okay. So if you are going for ground improvement, so still you can go for shallow foundation. Still you can adopt shallow foundation. If you are not ready to go for the ground improvement, then the first option is pile foundation. So the beauty of pile, it has not only having end bearing. Here you see, in the case of shallow foundations, they have end bearing. Whatever your equation you are trying to say, it is end bearing. What we calculated, you know, CNC, QNQ, 0.5 gamma BN gamma. In fact, it is end bearing. Gamma BN gamma. In fact, it is end bearing. Whatever you are trying to show, it is end bearing. But here we have, in addition to end bearing, it has skin friction also along the pile, along the length of the pile. It has a tremendous skin friction. That is what we would like to tell you. So now you see, this is the advantage of pile foundation. Pile can transfer the load to deeper layers. It can transfer the load to deeper. Now you see, while it comes to, you see here in this picture, we have a piles. One can see so many piles. So many piles. So many. I can say too many. Here you see even inclined piles also there, battered piles. They are quite common actually. These battered piles can resist lateral loads also. So this is a wonderful picture. It shows a series of piles, those supporting this jetty. So in order to facilitate the cargo transport, so this is what happening in the port. These are the typical, what I say, offshore structures. Oil exploration is happening here. Many times you see, you might be observed in news also. So this is a fixed platform for the oil exploration. This is many times this ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. So this is the code of practice we are using, IS 2911. So anyhow, we will discuss about these formulas. You don't worry. This is what we used to discuss in classrooms. Don't worry. We are very good in dealing with the theoretical aspects. But now our interest is to understand practical aspect before starting the theoretical aspect. Now you see, this is the chisel you see. Chisel used for, this is operated with winch. So here you see this steel rope is connected to this winch. So this is the chisel for what I say, making borehole. Now you can see this is the chisel in action. This is the hydraulic rig actually. One can guess actually the length of this drilling rod is the length of the pile we are expecting. Okay. Now you might be noticed this equipment nowadays, even in the urban areas. So you can see this is helical agar. The rig is having rotary action. So we can make the borehole. You can see this. These people are very busy with making boreholes. This is the constructed pile. This is the reinforcement actually. In fact, this is the reinforcement. These are the cover blocks. Usually for large diameter pile, we can go 75 mm, 3-inch cover blocks. Yes, this is, you can see this maybe looks like a industrial structure. So now you see the drilling is in progress. So this is a bentonite slurry actually. They are trying to measure the specific gravity of bentonite slurry. I can tell you the purpose of circulating bentonite in order to stabilize the borehole. In order to stabilize, sometimes you see the borehole walls may cave in. So in order to stabilize this borehole, I can show you borehole. We are injecting slurry. Nowadays we are using polymer slurries also. For polymer diaphragm wall, they used polymer slurries. But many times we use this bentonite slurry for stabilizing the borewell, apart from keeping the casing pipe. Now you can see the pile cap. We have two piles here. And also this reinforcement is also, they have applied this anti-corrosive paint. It's good, I think it's maybe a railway project. The railway people never allow you. So they always look for preserving the reinforcement against corrosion also. This is what I say. These reinforcing bars are coated with what I say anti-corrosive elements. That's good. I think this is, you see, these are all driven piles. Maybe it looks like a steel pipes. So now the piling is in progress. You see now. This is a typical piles you can see now for supporting one excavation. This is quite common. And this is, as I told you, this is a precast pile. మన చూడడానికి మన ఐరన్ మన పోల్స్ ఉంటాయి చూసారా, మన ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ పోల్స్ లా ఉంటాయి. ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ పోల్స్ కూడా సేమ్ ఇలాగే రైన్ఫోర్స్మెంట్ పెట్టి కాంక్రీట్ వేసేస్తారు. ఇఫ్ యూ ఇన్సర్ట్ దిస్ పోల్ ఇన్ టు ద గ్రౌండ్ దెన్ యూ కాల్ డ్రివెన్ పైల్. డ్రివెన్ పైల్ అంటే మీకు డ్రివెన్ పైల్స్ ఇవన్నీ డ్రివెన్ పైల్స్. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ డ్రివెన్ పైల్స్. Whenever you see people finding difficulty, so this is the driven pile. Now it is lifted by crane. Now once it is keep in position, then they will apply the hammer energy. The pile is driving into the ground. Then the pile is ultimately installed into the ground. Okay. So this is a very interesting picture we can see. We have two types of piles. Ante meer adagachu, sir enti sir meer pile construction gurinchi cheptanu try chestunnaru anukunta. Yes. Make the hole. Make the hole and keep the reinforcement case and pour the concrete by using tremi concrete. Tremi concrete ante oka garata pedtam. Then pour the concrete. Then concrete will reach the each and every corner of the borewell. So this is what I can tell you. This is the conventional cast in situ pile. Cast in situ. The name itself is saying, what do you mean by cast in situ? We are casting the pile in situ. Bored cast in situ. Strictly speaking, bored cast in situ. I just made a hole. Boring is done. After boring, we inserted the reinforcement case. Then we started pouring the concrete by using tremi. Then ultimately, finally, your pile is constructed. This is what I say, bored cast in situ pile. Or else we have a precast pile. The pile is casted in the casting yard or in the site itself. Sometimes you see people make the pile. We have pre-stressed piles also. If you want, what I say, more more stiffer pile, we have pre-stressed concrete also. So cast the pile, and now what we have to do, come to the field. Then you do one thing now, you just drive the pile with the